Hey friends, welcome back to Llamamakayla's Yarn Tube. I'm Kayla and I want to welcome you to my yarn tube and thank you for stopping by for a visit today. I feel like a floating head. Normally I have more in my body, but I'm trying out a new tripod, angle, different thing because what I was using wasn't working, and so I'm trying something different and I can't get it adjusted well enough. So I'm just gonna make do right now for this and then try something later. Well, I hope you all have had a great day. I'm pushing forward and trying my best to do my thing. So I have been working on some amigurumis to go in a wreath that I am calling the Under the Sea wreath. It's a wreath I'm going to enter in my fair, and so I'm crocheting all the items that I will be putting on the wreath. And I am really enjoying crocheting these little sea critters and the creatures and fish and different things like that. I am really enjoying crocheting them and watching them come to life. They are all so cute. I just think they're adorable on their own. And in my mind, I'm envisioning this, beautiful wreath. It's a large wreath. And so I'm envisioning it just covered in, from the mermaid all the way down and around to, with, these crocheted under the sea critters that I have been crocheting. Anyway, I lost my train of thought there. So I am really enjoying that. The main book I'm using for most of my items is a book by Stringy Ding Ding. I've talked about this book many times. It's called Plenty of Fish in the Sea. This is a great book, and I'm getting a lot of my patterns from this book. The one I'm going to show you today is the Clam, and it is so cute. So I want to set that somewhere in the bottom of the wreath, and I think that'll be really cute. So on this Clam, I used an elf hook, and here is my clam. You can see it is purple, light purple on the outside, and I used a big twist, light purple on that, and the inside is a light pink, and it is a Red Heart Super Saver, and the outside of the bottom is also the purple big twist. And then the inside is Red Heart Soft White, and I gave the little clam 2 little eyes. Now, the back of the 2 shells, the way you make this is you make that pearl, and then you make 2 pinks and 2 purples, or your color of choice. I just like the purple, and I thought it would look good with everything that I'm putting on my wreath in those colors. Okay, so then you single crochet around those 2 to make a bottom part, and you single crochet around those to make a top part, and then the pattern tells you what to do right there to make that little hinge, and then you sew that together and put your pearl in. I hot glued my pearl in there, and I think she is just so cute. I love that, and I think she will be adorable sitting in the bottom of that wreath. I think she would just look awesome sitting in there. So like I said, I did use an elf hook. I wanted to make sure I had that right. Now, if I had used a G, she would have been a little bit bigger. So I'm glad I used an elf, and I probably should have tried to use an E, but I like that size. It'll be noticeable. So I have more things that I'm going to be crocheting to go on this wreath. I can't wait to put it all together. My oldest son, Dakota, he's going to be the one to help me put the mesh on it, and I want to wire these on there. I don't want to hot glue my amigurumis on there because I might decide I want to take them off, or if I pass the wreath on to someone else, they might decide later they want to take them off, and so I want to wire them on instead of hot gluing them on. Now, so we have a very large wreath, wire wreath, and we will be putting tulle on that, and we'll be putting the tulle on with pipe cleaners, and then hopefully we'll be adding these with some floral wire that I picked up at Dollar Tree a while back. I've just had that in my stash in there in my drawer. So anyway, what I was saying, my son Dakota, he's the one that will be helping me do that. He's the crafty one and likes to do things like that. Plus, he just likes to do anything that I ask him to do. I mean, really, he is very helpful to me. And so he has been working 12-hour days, and he is really wore out. They are trying to hire him an assistant, and so far, people who they have interviewed have not worked out for one reason or another, so they're still interviewing people. So I pray and hope that he gets a new assistant soon so that he doesn't have to work such long hours, because he's really, really tired and really wore out. And so anyway, once he does get that assistant, which we're hoping it'll be this week, we don't know. Hopefully he can come one night when he gets off and help me put that mesh on there. At least get that part done, and then start putting some of the critters on. So I'm very excited about that. And like I said, this book is the main book that I'm using for this. Someone has asked me, did I have a tutorial for these patterns that I'm using? No, I do not, because they're not my patterns. They're Olive's at Stringy Ding Dings, and so it would be unethical for me to use her patterns without her permission, and she wouldn't want to do that because she has a book and she has a website, stringydingding.com. So this is a great beginner amigurumi book. If you're interested in starting doing amigurumi, this is a great beginner book, because Olive's patterns are very well written, and she doesn't leave you to any guessing games on it. She tells you exactly where to put the eyes. I mean, down to what stitch. You know what I'm saying? Lots of patterns will say, like, put the eyes between rows 11 and 12. But it really doesn't tell you anything else. Olive will say, put a stitch. She says to use a piece of a piece of yarn. To put a colored piece of yarn in the like 9th, I'm just making up numbers, like in the 9th stitch, and then in the 14th stitch, and so that's your 2 eyes places. And then you go on creating your amigurumi, and then you go back before, when you start to stuff it, before you stuff and close it up, you go back and you put your eyes in, and you don't have to figure out where they go because you have yarn there marking them. So I really appreciate that from Olive on her book there. So yes, lots of people have said they want to try amigurumis, and that would be my suggestion, is to start with an easy book like that. Now, I am going to get down some of my books and look through them. I'm looking for a pattern that I want to make for the fair, but I'm also going to look through them and pick out some that I consider beginner amigurumi books, and I'll be doing a video on those later this week. I'm not sure what day that will pop up, but it will pop up soon. And I know someone has said they are waiting on that video, but it's coming. I know, I have a lot of videos that I want to do. The trouble is just getting them done and finding the time to get them done, finding a quiet time of the house to get them done, because that's not always possible. When Elijah is home and in his room is the best time for me to do videos, because when he is gone, his little Chiweenie does not shut up barking. And so you do not want a tutorial or any kind of information video with a little dog barking the whole time. Like, I'm not talking about he barks and then nothing. I'm talking he is hoarse because he barks so much. When Elijah comes home, he hushes. So anyway, I hope you all are having a great day, and I hope your crochet projects are turning out wonderful. Sometimes mine don't, and I have to restart them. You know, that's just part of